I'm back with another spooky story. This one is for you thrifters, you antiquers. I don't know how y'all do it, but based on the story that I'm about to read off to you guys, I am entirely too afraid now to buy anything antique. The person who submitted this to me did request to stay anonymous, so I'm not going to tag them, but feel free to leave comments, ask questions. If they want to engage, I will leave that open to them, but for now, she didn't want to be tagged, so I'm just going to read the story. Okay, so the story goes like this. I love estate sales. Ever since I was a child, my grandmother would take me antiquing, so I've developed a penchant for finding exclusive items that the average person wouldn't recognize. I live in New England, so pretty much every estate sale is at an old, creepy house that belonged to someone who is now passed away, and their kids want nothing to do with managing an old home. I had heard about a 2-day sale at a 120-year-old Victorian home just outside of town, and after looking at the pictures of the home online, I knew I absolutely had to go. When I got there, I spoke with the owners and found out they were getting rid of everything in the home after the family matriarch had passed away. Everything was for sale, and anything not purchased over the 2 days would be donated to charity. I asked why they were in such a rush, given that it usually takes some time to find buyers for such high-end pieces, but the owners brushed me off and just continued helping other people pick out items. When I walked into the home, I was stunned. The home was gorgeous and so well maintained for a home of its age. But I did notice a very uneasy feeling creeping into me that I just couldn't explain. I figured maybe it was just the cold draft in the old home. I looked around and identified several pieces to take home, all of which were worth so much more than the sale price. Just when I thought I had bought enough, I saw a stunning full-length mirror that was so old, the glass was partially foggy and the sides were caked with what looked like black soot or dust. Despite all my experience with antiques, I had never seen anything like this mirror, so I couldn't identify when it was likely manufactured or how old it might be. Regardless, I purchased it purely based on its beauty and the ridiculously low price. I should have known something was wrong when I asked one of the owners if I could buy the mirror. He said yes, but he refused to look in the direction of the mirror, and he told me I had to pay first and I had to load the mirror into my truck myself since the owners would be unable to help me. I thought he was just being a jerk because I literally saw him helping move multiple items into customers' cars, but whatever. I already had a dolly with me, so I moved it myself. When I went back to the owner to shake his hand and thank him for the items I bought, he refused to shake my hand and aggressively said, "No refunds." As soon as I got the mirror into my house and placed it on the floor, my dog took one look at it and started barking and whining. I should have been your first indication. Then my cat comes in and immediately hisses at it. See, now cats, when they don't like things, I know sometimes they hiss at random things and we look at them like, what's wrong with you? But honestly, when cats hiss at things and they're adamant, there's something wrong with it. So you now have a cat and a dog telling you there's something wrong with it. At first, I thought they were doing this because they saw their reflection, so I just ignored it. 1 week after bringing the mirror home, I started having vivid dreams of someone knocking at my door and asking me to let them in. At first, I wasn't able to do anything in my dreams except watch what was happening. But one night, I realized I had control of my dream and I could actually walk towards the door. So that's what I did. The dream overall just felt so real. As I walked towards the door and touched the deadbolt lock, I felt a hand on my shoulder and heard a whisper telling me not to open the door. I removed my hand from the door, and just when I did, the door shifted into the mirror, and whoever or whatever was behind the door started screaming my name so loudly that I instantly jerked awake. Unfortunately, I was not in bed. I had actually been sleepwalking all the way to the top of the stairs. I was so disoriented that I fell down the stairs. Luckily, nothing was broken, but I was very badly bruised. From then on, myself and everyone who visited noticed a cold chill right around the mirror. The final straw was about 6 months into owning it, when I heard the faintest whisper coming from the room where the mirror was. I grabbed a blanket and threw it over the mirror, and the next day I moved it into the attic. Honestly, I'd much rather sell it or give it away, but I just won't be able to live with myself if I pass this on to an innocent person. Everything I've read online tells me there may be something trapped, so I'd rather keep it knowing I'll never release what's inside that mirror. All of you guys who love thrifting, who love antiquing, if you've had these experiences, let me know. What do you do if you bring something home and you have this kind of experience? Because I don't think I'm this good of a person. I think I would have given it away or sold it or something. Get it away from me. I can't have this be my problem. So let me know down in the comments, what should she do?